Auburn family, what's good? We are back. The War Report, halftime of the Citrus Bowl, and Auburn is down 14-6 at the half. I am here joined, as always, by the full cast of characters: Mike G, C Dub, B Will. Yeah, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. It looked really, really bad to
It did.
start.
It did.
We get the ball coming back out of the half. If
Thank
we
God
can
for
put
that.
up some points right now, we can make this respectable.
Agreed.
Define
Yeah,
respectable.
yeah.
Not losing by more than two scores.
Okay. Keeping in mind that this is Northwestern University.
I don't care what the name of the
Redefine.
school is. They're
No,
still
that does no, no,
ranked.
no, 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 no. I
Yeah,
get it.
no, it matters. It
I
matters.
get
It
it.
It
matters.
does.
The name of the school does not matter. How good the team is matters. They're a
That's what
better
I'm saying.
team than us right now,
They are a
and
better
we're
team.
we're hanging in with them.
Yeah.
That's
We are
respectable.
respect for hanging. Ah, man, I don't want to do this. This is depressing. I don't want to do this no more.
Don't do it.
I mean,
Don't do
Listen, listen. We knew, we all knew coming into this game that our team was a mess. The fact that we're hanging in there with this patchwork team is respectable. That doesn't give us any credit going forward anywhere. I'm not saying we get a moral victory, but I'm just saying I'm not as upset as I thought I was going to be.
yeah. I just think Bo is playing to his averages. He's the 57 to 61% completion percentage quarterback that he's been since last year. Right. He's still consistently overthrowing receivers downfield. Uh, I mean, it's just and our defense in classic fashion settled into the game.
Right.
Right.
Everybody keeps
Right.
saying Northwestern is terrible. They're not that good a football team. Like they're not some powerhouse team, but they're a solid. Like y'all, did
They're
y'all watch
decent.
Northwestern play this
They
year?
are a good
No,
team.
they haven't. They
Yeah.
haven't.
They're a good team.
Like
But at the same time, we
they don't
should
score a
be.
lot of points. This is exactly how they've been winning games. They keep it low
Right.
scoring. They
Mhm.
Right.
grind out the clock. Like they're playing the kind of football they play every week, and it's working. Like
Yeah.
yeah, they're not. We're so used to seeing SEC teams come out here and just look physically dominant. Like Northwestern's not that kind of squad. They just want to choke the clock out and get the W. They don't care,
They're just.
and that's
They're
what they're
just a
doing.
well. It's like Minnesota, right? We had the better athletes. They're just better. They're just a disciplined team. They don't make a lot of mistakes, and that keeps
Right.
them in most games. We have been self-destructing throughout the game. We've had good drives that have been messed up with penalties. Like we're doing it's great that we're only down 8 points at the end of the
Right.
half.
That's
It really
that's
is.
my whole point is that
It
we're
really is.
only down this little, and we have played pretty awful the first half of this
Right.
game.
Right.
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 Pretty
Right.
awful.
You know what?
Like there's
Want.
nothing good.
I want to say this. This stood out to me. I was just like, hey, with Schwartz out, it should have been the Seth Williams show. For real.
And
They didn't
the
start
guy
finding
who
him
I
until,
thought
like,
that
the
they were
second
going to
quarter.
blanket him with, he isn't even
He's
playing.
out.
Yeah.
He's
So
out.
it's like,
Yeah.
I don't. So again, this is what I said pregame. It's like I wanted to see if the lack of game planning specifically for a team is a Gus thing,
Mhm.
or was Chad Morris culpable of that too? And it looks as if Chad Morris might be culpable of just like
Nah.
okay. So what's the strategy
Bo
that you
Nix
see
is
thus
awful.
far?
Bo
We
Nix
just
is
look
awful.
like the same team we
That's
looked at the
number
beginning
one.
of the season.
That's number one.
I understand
that's
that.
number one. And
Okay,
that's
so
what I
let's.
think is happening is
Okay.
that they know his weaknesses and they
Who
don't
they
attempt-
Northwestern being they
No, I
they
mean the coaching staff
Okay.
knows what Bo cannot do well and cannot do consistently, and we don't even attempt it. Unfortunately, that would be the thing that.
I'm going to disagree
off.
with that wholeheartedly in just a moment, but continue.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's it. You go ahead. Disagree.
Because if we were avoiding what he doesn't do well, we would never throw the ball. Because I just he why, that's the only way to avoid it. That's it. It's just
Yeah.
we need to turn into Georgia Tech and just run the triple option, bro. Like there's just no other way. Like Bo Nix is missing. Like how many overthrows did we see in the first half of guys that were definitely open?
At least three.
At least three.
At least three.
And one other time, a guy was wide open and he just chose not to throw the ball. He ran instead. There were 4 opportunities for big plays out there. Bo Nix missed, and you can't blame the offensive line for a single one of them.
Right. For sure.
None of them were like
Right.
all of this people trying to make excuses for, oh, he's running for his life. He does run for his life. My problem is the opportunities that present themselves where he has the chance to make a play, he doesn't do it. We can blame all the other stuff on offensive line you want to. That's great. We can spread the blame around. Offensive line's not playing great. That does not excuse your quarterback from not making plays when they're right there for him to make.
Malcolm. I will say that we're seeing the lack of development that we've been talking about all season is showing up here. A few guys sit out and we're inept, right? Like,
Right.
I mean, there is nothing past the one deep on this team. It seems like in terms of experience,
Except for wide receiver. Like I
Right.
like what I'm seeing out of Cannon.
Cannon looks
Hudson
good.
made a play today.
Yeah.
He caught the one pass that he got targeted with.
I see what he did here.
I still think that J.J. Evans is going to be a good receiver whenever he gets an opportunity to see the field. If Capers hadn't got hurt, I think, and this is, I said this in a preview, we have talent on this team, but good God,
Yo, Malcolm,
we
you gotta
have to
chill,
be
fam.
we have to be able to block people, and the quarterback has to be able to deliver an accurate ball consistently. Like if we can't do those two things, the rest of the offense doesn't matter.
To Riley's comment, this was the whole highlight of the first half was the
Yes.
Hartman interview. The Hartman interview.
I was basically
yeah.
bored until I started listening. Like, not that he was a captivating speaker, but I
Right.
was definitely interested in everything he was saying.
Yeah, listen, man, I like where his head's at. I like where his head's at personally. I thought it was a good interview. But that was the highlight of the first half for me, pretty much. So hopefully we keep some of these guys. I think they're gonna clean house on the coaching staff. I don't think anybody survives this.
How many
don't
rushing
think so
attempts
either.
do we even have by running backs in the first half of this game? Like 6?
We did seven.
There we go.
7 rushing attempts in the first half.
We
Like, we're
just
not
look
even
like how
trying to run the ball.
we look like how we did the first game or so of the season, where we wanted to just throw the ball around.
Yes,
And
Cam, I
Right,
thought.
Phil. Shedrick Stonehands did catch a pass, and so I have to, stop calling him Stonehands for at least the next half of this game.
Right.
Or the next
right.
drop.
Yes to Cam. I did see Stove wide open over the middle, and yes, Bo did not even look at him. Right, like his field vision is just zero.
That's what's so discouraging. Like, we get into what isn't working at the coaching staff. Like, why didn't they plan for a C and a D? But honestly, what we're seeing on a lot of plays, and we've seen it this year, is that there are A's and B's on individual plays that the quarterback is not hitting. And should I be mad at a coach for not having another plan when the stuff you designed is working, but your quarterback isn't hitting it? Like, well,
Right.
I don't know
Yes.
who should
The
you
answer
give
to that is yes.
You should
Because
bench
you
the
said
quarterback.
earlier they were trying to game plan around what Knicks doesn't do well.
Mhm.
Back can't make the throw. Why call the play? What's the point of
Why
calling the
is
play if he
the
can't make the
game?
throw?
Why is he in the game? That's
That's a
better-
whole other question. Like, where if
That's
he's
the
going to be in
correct-
but I'm saying if he's going to be in the game and he can't make that play, why call that play? If I was the quarterback right now, there's no chance you would call any pass plays. I'm not complete.
Right.
Because you put me in there, you realize, hey, this guy, I can't throw. We should not call pass plays.
They want you to know that Shed caught a pass. Everybody
Thank
just-
you. I saw it. I watched the first half of the game just like everybody else did. So y'all gonna be mad at me for calling him Stonehands as if he has not dropped 80% of the passes that have been thrown in his direction since his time at Auburn University.
Bo wanna
That's what
jump
we're
over
gonna do
trash
today.
cans.
That's what we're gonna
funny.
do today.
Yeah,
Who did he think
that-
he was?
that jump was a
I
whole
was like,
fail.
what are you doing, fam?
It was a whole ass fail.
That sums up Bo Nix's career so far.
Listen, y'all, I'm telling you, he wants to be a running back. We need to oblige him. All right.
Hey, we don't have no depth at running back. He might as well. He could be the next Trey.
Trey Smith.
He
Right.
could be Trey Smith.
Rex
The sequel.
Burkhead. I said it earlier this year. Rex Burkhead right there.
Right.
You said it. You did
Yo,
say that.
but
Patriots,
clearly
here we
Bo
go.
Nix is indestructible though. Like he got
He
hit
never
in the
gets
back of the
hurt.
head. He tried to jump a guy and got dumped on his back. He doesn't
Yeah, he's
ever
tough.
even come up limping. This
Yeah.
dude is made of titanium, bro.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about this for a second. Is Harsin seeing this and thinking? I mean, listen, I tweeted during this. I was like, listen, I think Harson's gonna be hitting the transfer portal harder than Thanos with a space stone, right? Like he's gonna be portaling all over the place to try to find something.
But we said this. Like we said this. There's no way. Like I will be shocked if he doesn't go after a QB in the portal.
Right.
I'll be shocked.
I just wonder if he feels like Demetrius Davis can do it. So like, does he know what he has already as a freshman coming in? Like, has he evaluated that guy and said, you know what, I think I could do something with this kid?
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
But at the same time, like, I don't even know. Do you feel good with Bo being your backup at this point?
Right, and that's what I was just about to say.
But do you go to the transfer? So do you go to the transfer portal to get a backup quarterback?
Yes.
No, Demetrius Davis would be your backup.
No. What you do is you bring in a guy and say, come in and compete, because you're leaving wherever you're at. You already made that decision. Come in here and compete. And I promise you, I'm going to play the better guy. If you give somebody that, I think you can get a decent quarterback in here that can read and react better than Bo Nix can.
Right. For sure.
Yeah.
I think, back to this.
Just a quick though. I wanted to make sure we got our counters correct here. The scramble to the right counter is at 5 right now for Bo Nix, and the blitz counter is at, I think, 6 or 7. 7.
7.
7.
I think you had 7
on the blitz count.
7.
Yeah, 7 on the blitz count.
No
scramble
successful
to the right
blitz.
None of them got home.
No successful
No,
blitzes.
not a single blitz actually generated a sack, a negative play, an incomplete pass.
Right.
Nothing. None of those things actually happened on any of the blitzes, but they did happen 7 times. So just in case you guys wanted to know.
Tyler doesn't want him at backup. He said nope. Right. Demetrius has a good chance. Yeah, I think that we just have a QB competition. I'm excited about that, right? And I'm excited about seeing somebody else coach QBs.
That is a good question. Yeah.
JJ Pegues, has he even been in the game?
I haven't seen his number.
Question.
Yeah, that's a good one. I just think, wow, Harsin. I've been preaching. I knew he's sitting back and he's evaluating. This is just evaluation for him. This is a glorified scrimmage for him. Was never going to matter whether we won or lost this game, right? All that matters is that somebody else gets a chance, and then people either show their true colors or prove the doubters wrong. I mean, Bo is having a Bo game. It's hard for me to single out anything he's doing and be extremely upset about it, because he's just doing what he's been doing consistently, right? Like,
all things considered, he's not having a terrible game, but it's like the problem is it's always just average. There's never anything like really stellar that stands out. He'll do something that looks decent, and then he'll do something that looks stupid, and it just all averages out to be just like, all right.
Harsin is like T-Will, and that's it. Let's go ahead and renew his contract, and then just the rest of it. I mean, I would still be okay with keeping Lack.
Yeah, Cadillac and T-Will.
We can
I still like
McGriff.
There are guys on this staff that I think are good, but good God.
Oh man, Bo! I don't know about his puppy, but he lost something. I mean, he's.
I said this in our group chat, man. It's like his adrenaline starts going, and he just loses his ability to think and react at the same time. Like he goes on instinct. And that instinct is not right a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed. So
like when he gets it right, he looks great, but that's a low probability.
When they came into the game and they were talking about how talented our quarterback was, I was like, y'all gotta stop.
They started with that. I was just this is why the War Report exists. Right?
Come on, bro.
This is why the War Report exists. Because
maybe they mean like his physical abilities. He is a physically gifted athlete, but that does not make him a good quarterback. He is an average quarterback at best. I'm sorry. Like listen, if you are a Bo Nix lover and you like to, apologize for his poor play and blame it on the offensive line or play calling and all that kind of stuff, then this probably is not going to be the best place for you, because I'm going to call it like I see it.
Right.
I'm not saying it's 100% his fault, and I say this over and over again. It's not 100% his fault.
Right.
But the opportunities that present themselves, he does not take advantage of them. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
I think he's talking about yeah, Brian is definitely. I was like, Brian.
Carson.
I would have been clean house.
Yeah, right. Cadillac is the only one in office we need to keep. Yeah, I can't disagree with that statement here.
Yeah, they already confirmed Chad Morris is not coming back. They basically confirmed
Cole Cubic.
that,
Cole Cubic tweeted it out that Steele is definitely
Steele's
done.
not coming back.
Right. Average at best. Yeah, man. Wow. You guys are feeling what we're feeling right now with these comments. So it's a trial for the Olympic decathlon. Yeah, that jump was special.
And do what? What I mean, what would he? How would he?
So if Bo let's say Bo got hurt,
he wouldn't be able to hit the right spot.
Let's say if Bo got hurt, who comes in?
What's his name? From
Lloyd, right?
Is it Lloyd's on the? He's on the medical.
Oh yeah.
Is it Garnett?
No, it's gonna have to be the old guy. What's the old kid's
name? Old guy? Yeah,
from last year.
Yeah, listen, I agree with this statement. Like I'm starting to doubt whether he's got any leadership acumen, right? Like
it's just hard to say that too. I started to wonder. I was like, I wonder how these players feel about Bo. But I mean, I think we got the answer to that in the South Carolina game.
Right. It's the same way that the Eagles look with Carson Wentz. It's almost a 1-for-1 situation. Like he's been appointed because he was drafted high. Bo has been appointed as a legacy and as a guy who the coaches refuse to hold accountable. And then every time they're on the field, we look disjointed. The Eagles never look fluid. They never look like they're playing up to their ability. And the same thing with us.
See, this is a very average stat line. 14 of 25, 118 yards.
Yeah,
like that's
57%
game.
57% completions percentage. That's the kind of quarterback he's consistently been. That's why I'm not up in arms about it. Like he was 57% last year, and he was around 61% this year. Like that's below average in our league.
It is
61% is below average in our league. That's not gonna get you any championships, right? Like I mean, these SEC QBs the last few years have been 70% or better, right? The guys who are winning. Yeah, right. So like 57% is going to get you run off the field. It's a wonder. This is how much talent we have, though. We should be getting run off the field.
Right, exactly.
Right.
We should be getting run off the field.
So when I say to people, Auburn has a lot of talent, they're like, no, we don't. It's like, no, we actually do. There's literally no reason why we should even be competing in this game with a lot of our top guys out. And we're playing backups against a team that's ranked in the top 25 and has been solid all season. And we're barely losing this game because we have enough talent to be able to make plays every now and then. And, Northwestern, luckily, they dropped a couple of easy ones and all that kind of stuff. But our talent is keeping us in this game. If we actually had a solid plan and a full complement of players, we'd probably be destroying them, honestly.
Right. To this one, Marion Thomas, I haven't seen this commenter before. Hey, thanks for joining us. Yeah, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
His beyond 10 yards. It's incredible that he is still at this point at the end of his second season overthrowing. So I think kickoff is starting right here. So we're going to get back to the game. But we will be back with you guys at
we'll be at post game. We'll be back. So make sure to click like and subscribe as always. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. We are live tweeting during the game out here, guys. So we are the War Report out there. And then on TikTok, it's the TW Report. We're out of here. We will holler at you guys in the post game. Until then, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
War Eagle.